Hey.
Hey.
So, y'all, we have some good tea to get through, honey. So, I just say we jump right in. Let's get into the tea, honey.
Tea time. Shout out to
Yeah.
Chill.
Shout out to Chill. Well, we like to start off with the latest piece of Diddy news, whatever's about Diddy, the latest Diddy news. I like to go over it at the beginning of the show. So, first things first. So, his attorneys are still trying, and even though his sentencing is scheduled for Friday next week, my Libra Queen's birthday, they are still trying to use that man act argument in court. So y'all see, I just shared a TMZ article. Diddy's attorney to argue for acquittal, new trial in court hearing. So he still wants that new trial because he feels that the prosecution like charged him under the Mann Act, and he feels that the Mann Act, or his legal team feels that the Mann Act does not apply to him due to semantics. So Sean Diddy Combs is getting another bite at the apple. His attorneys will be in court today arguing to overturn his conviction on two federal counts of the Mann Act. Diddy's legal team is asking Judge Arum Sabramian to change Diddy's Mann Act conviction to an acquittal or give him a new trial. Federal prosecutors are opposed to both. As you know, the Mann Act prohibits the transportation of individuals across state lines for the purposes of prostitution. Diddy's attorneys previously claimed he made no money off prostitution and insisted the Mann Act is usually designed for going after people running sex rings. They also say Diddy never had sex with the male sex workers and never directly arranged for their transportation across state lines. His attorneys say Diddy was merely a voyeur, an amateur pornographer who enjoyed recording his ex-girlfriends having sex. Federal prosecutors, however, have countered. Uncle Sam says there was plenty of evidence to support the jury's Mann Act convictions, arguing Diddy was the mastermind of every aspect of his infamous freak-offs. The feds have also attacked the notion Diddy just liked to watch, saying he fully participated by directing the sexual conduct between escorts and victims and masturbating throughout the sexual episode. What's more, prosecutors claim Diddy's argument that he was more like a porn producer protected under the First Amendment doesn't hold water because many of the freak-offs were not recorded. And for those that were, Diddy often didn't give advance notice he'd be filming. And many of the participants didn't consent to the recordings. Both sides will be in the courtroom today, going back and forth before the judge. And as of now, Diddy is still scheduled for his October 3rd sentencing. Baby,
Well,
listen, you can't be mad for a defense attorney doing what a defense attorney is supposed to do, honey. They're doing this, so they're
okay.
trying to like they going back to they thesaurus, honey. They said, you know what? Let's see how we can.
Look, old school. I mean, granted, I was like, some points were made. I'm not gonna lie, some points were made, but the counter also, I feel like, kind of knocked it down again. But you know, they trying to earn every little piece of that money, so
And
they
they
doing what they
are.
supposed to do.
Yep. And remember, like, I mean, and I hate to say that I agree with prosecution because the thing about black people in courts. But anyway, but like we saw what the jury had to agree on. We remember on the day, I don't know if you were here that day, Moon, but
Mhm.
we actually took what the jury saw, what they had to vote on, and remember we discussed, how a jury works. And what we saw, we and the information that we know, we would have had to convict him. We would have had to say he was guilty of prostitution and taking those prostitutes across state lines because the information that was presented told us that. So for a jury to unanimously reach that, that's not a mistake, honey. It's not.
Yeah.
So, but again, the defense attorneys, they are doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Well, I feel like they bit off more than they could chew with the racketeering. I feel like you put too much dip on your chip on that one, and so that's why you guys went too far.
Mm-hmm.
So
Agreed.
because I was like, well, that ain't racketeering. Now, come on now. Now, is he a piece of shit? Absolutely. Is he a weirdo? Absolutely. Does he deserve jail? Yes. But
Yeah.
racketeering, that wasn't it. So,
They
mm,
tried. They really tried, but just like you said, I think they overshot it because they even tried to like introduce that he was going. Some organizations know him by the name of Frank Black, and he was using like the Frank Black name to buy prescription, well, to buy those narcotics to distribute, which is highly illegal. So they could have got him for that, but
Yeah.
I guess they didn't make a strong enough case.
Yeah. Well, what did Johnny Cochran say? If the
If
glove
it
don't
don't
fit,
fit,
you must have quit. Hey.
hmm
R.I.P. to that black man.
Okay.
this and this judge and these the prosecutors that he is an upstanding citizen, baby. He even offered a 6-week business course in jail with other inmates, baby, and they are ready to speak on Diddy's behalf, as as character witnesses in court.
Yeah, I'm sure Diddy over there working overtime to have some protection, child. He is scared somebody gonna rip his little booty hole apart. Mm.
Oh no, why he get to be rewarded with a good time?
So he don't deserve it. He don't
Oh,
deserve
okay, say that to people who want it.
it.
Well, y'all see, I just shared another TMZ link. Diddy get support letters. I'm sorry. Diddy get support letters from other incarcerated at Brooklyn jail sent to judge. So they're writing
Mm.
letters to the judge on his behalf because of that 6-week business course, quote unquote, that he was doing.
Oh, he's so
So
charismatic. Look at him.
okay, oh my God, they learned free game off of him. Wow. Well, Diddy is using his time in jail to teach his fellow inmates business skills. And the men who picked his brain are singing his praises to the judge who is set to hand down his sentence next week. Diddy's legal team is giving Judge a room to talk to a dozen men who are locked up with Diddy at MDC Brooklyn. In the letters, included in a legal filing obtained by TMZ, the inmates say the inmates say they took the Bad Boy Records founders' free game with Diddy course behind bars and learned a lot. So that was the name of the course, Free Game
Mm,
with Diddy.
mm, mm, mm,
Um,
mm.
Here's a sampling of what the jailbirds are saying. So Arturo Santiago writes, because of this class, I have a purpose, something to look forward to every day. Douglas Welch says, he has showed us that there is little adjustments to our everyday lives that add up to a big change. Wellington Ustate explains, Mr. Combs teaches us how chasing the easy money is the wrong way to achieve greatness. Um,
Oh,
The dear Rios Galinda recalls, everybody was motivated for the lesson. In my case, particularly, it had very much impact. Quentin Davis notes, the free game class with Mr. Combs has affected me in a good way and has impacted me because I've learned many things like how to create a successful plan. And that plan has to be realistic.
oh,
Charles Scruggs says, I was really appreciative to receive some knowledge of sort to take back to the real world and not have to think about doing something illegal. He taught me to come up with a plan. There are two more letters. It says Corey Bachelor writes, the class has given me something to look forward to. I'm sorry, the class has given me something to look forward to doing while being incarcerated, and now I'm currently beginning to study on a new business venture and coming up with a plan so when I'm released, I can move forward with it and live a positive life. And then Raymond Castillo says, Diddy saved me. And he says he witnessed Diddy do magical things behind bars with limited resources. He says, in a girl, I'm right. He says, in a place of segregation, I have seen Mr. Combs bring unity to all races and ethnic groups, no matter the background, as a unified front. Diddy's lawyers previously submitted letters from his friends, family, and exes as they tried to convince the judge to go easy on Diddy at his October 3rd sentencing.
mm.
Child, unified front. You use the right words. A front indeed, honey. Like, boy, bye.
Look, and I know they're just gonna be like, well, great. You can expand that program for the next 5 years. Great.
Okay. Shit. Talking about a six
Well,
week program, make it 6 years, honey. Y'all get all the learning you leave. Make sure you pick that motherfucker brain.
look,
The the
he
bullshit
going to
around
jail.
the bullshit around them saying plan. I've never seen anyone dress up the word plan so poorly and yet so you know it's just so weird. It's like,
Right.
oh, what did he do for you? He helped me think about a plan. What are the details? It was a great plan. It was awesome plan. It was a pretty plan. Beautiful gowns. Amen.
Beautiful cows. Let's go. Look, you didn't have to drag them that bad. Oh man, that was look. Plan was doing a lot of heavy lifting in that.
That's probably what all their asses learned in that damn 6 week course. And hope they probably misunderstood because the whole time he was saying, I'm planning to get the hell up out of here. But whatever y'all do is on y'all.
Oh shit, that's funny. I enjoyed that. That
Well,
was really good.
thank you, thank you. I'm here on weekends. Let me stop. Well, our next story. So, y'all favorite bully from Barbados and y'all favorite colorist from Harlem, they just had their newest baby.
I hate you.
Period.
Why you
Shout out to that bully from Barbados.
said it? Oh, my eyes are so wet.
Look, don't shout at her too hard, girl, because she'll probably try to fight you.
Look, you said it.
I wish she would. I don't. I done been to her little hood. I done been to her hood in Barbados. I wish she motherfucking would.
Whew, that was too much for me right there.
Well, I'm gonna share this screen because the baby's so pretty, and we can see. But y'all see where it says, "Baby Rocky born in L.A." and the birth certificate has been revealed. So happy! Say hey to your neighbors. Well, Rihanna and ASAP Rocky, baby girl Rocky, was born just after midnight on September 13th in Los Angeles. TMZ has learned. We got our hands on the new birth certificate, and it shows the parents of three welcome their little one at Cedar Sinai Medical Center. And of course, they blocked out most of the sensitive information. TMZ broke the exciting news Wednesday afternoon, and the happy couple had welcomed their third child shortly after they posted on social media. Their new bundle of joy name is Rocky. She joined her older brothers, Rizza, who's 3, and Riot, who's 23 months. And this is Rocky here. She's so pretty. She looks just like her mama. I know ASAP glad. Woo, honey, because if Rihanna would have had a dark skinned baby, honey, he would have accused her of cheating, allegedly. Anyway,
You.
as you know, Riri first revealed her third pregnancy by showing off her growing baby bump at the Met Gala in May. The Don't Be Dumb artist revealed he and Rihanna were praying for a girl in an interview with Elle published Wednesday. Of course, by then they had already met their baby girl. He also gushed about being a present father, noting what's really fly is raising a family, bro. What's really fly is raising a family, bro, and loving them, being there. Congrats to the new family of 5. Yes, I know he is happy he got his light skinned family, honey. He feel that he can prosper.
Oh my God. You know what?
Look,
Although
other people
I
be thinking
believe
it, they just ain't saying
every,
it out loud.
you know what? And I believe everyone, because honestly, I thought he was going to be with a white girl, to be honest. So when he got with Rihanna, I was like, oh, so you do like black women. They just need to be lighter,
She just can't get no
persuasion.
tan because if she get a tan, they're gonna have a serious conversation. So she probably can't go to her hometown and get none of that sun. Honey, she got, or if she do go, she got to wear coats because that girl is not gonna get no tan, so she can keep her man. Once that nigga said that dark skinned women shouldn't wear red lipstick, baby, I have nothing else for him. To hell with him and his colorist ass. But congrats on the new baby. The baby's pretty. Child. Now this next story, I wasn't even sure if I wanted to do it or not. And Chill was actually the one who brought it to my attention. And I told her, I said, child, I don't believe nothing that comes out of this lying ass Trump supporting Capricorn man's mouth. But Ray J, honey. Oh, and no offense to Beezus. Beezus knows that when I slander Capricorn men, I'm never talking about him.
It's a bullseye straight to. But I don't recall Ray J. Damn, Ray J, you idiot. Okay, never mind. Go keep going, Auntie, because you just gave me a little whiplash.
Ray J, his stupid ass he's claimed he's helping the feds build a RICO case against Kim Kardashian and Kris Jenner child. Oh Lord.
Is he broke yet? Is that what this is going on? Is he out of money? Ain't nobody buying them
Child.
earbuds? Like, what's going on?
Exactly. Well, Ray J claims he's working with the feds to build a RICO case against Kim Kardashian and Kris Jenner, but the R&B star gives no details on what he thinks they've done wrong. During a recent live stream circulating on Twitter, the singer claimed the federal RICO I'm about to drop on Kris and Kim is about to be crazy. I'm talking about I'm on the news every day. I'm going to say a lot of shit. He went on to claim everybody that is cool with Kim, they need to tell her now. The feds is coming. There's nothing I can do about it. Before adding, it's worse than Diddy. For context, RICO stands for Racketeer Influence and Corrupt Organizations Act. Ray J has not provided any evidence, and so far there's nothing to substantiate his claim. Back in May, while discussing Sean Diddy Combs' looming legal troubles on TMZ presents United States versus Sean Combs inside the Diddy trial, he said, "If you told me that the Kardashians were being charged for racketeering, I might believe it." Of course, Ray J and Kim share notorious history. Their 2007 sex tape put both on the maps as celebrities. We reached out to reps for Kim and Kris and the feds. So far, no word back. Okay, now I do have to say TMZ. Now, I may not be the biggest Ray J fan, but trust me when I tell you, black people knew exactly who Ray J was before that 2007 sex tape. I didn't know who Kim was until the sex tape.
That
I
part.
had to be told. I had to be
Let's
told.
push
Oh,
that
this is
around.
Robert Kardashian's daughter or whatever. I was like, oh, okay. I remember him from the OJ trial. Da 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 da.
Right.
But honey, Ray J had already he done had music. He's been a part of iconic TV shows. He
Hmm.
did not. So for you to say that this sex tape put him on the map, boy, but I was about to
Well,
say, didn't he have For the Love of Ray J? But I think that came after the tape.
yeah, that was after tape. But first of all, you ain't. If you were working with them on a record, why would you say that out loud? Why would you? If you knew you, if you're part of it, why would you say that out loud? That don't even make no sense.
Because he's
He's just
stupid.
a he's a bitter bitch because he got cut out of that sex tape and that family has become billionaires and he didn't. That's what he's mad about. He got cut out of that sex tape money and he is bitter. Cause like,
Hmm.
boy, if you're working with the feds on a real case, do you think you would be able to say that out loud?
Hell
Like,
no.
like, boy, shut up. You just a bit, boy. These little bitter men, they coming out by the day. They so bitter. But
And
yeah,
he might want to be quiet before the feds really start looking to see if Raycon is really a money laundering organization.
it is. Cause who's buying? I ain't heard one person with some Raycon earbuds.
Or them unbreakable glasses.
Girl.
That Speedy Mormon clearly broke in half a second.
Mm, 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 mm.
Well, y'all. So why is somebody out here trying saying they gonna try to kill Bad Bunny? I don't
Oh,
even listen to the man's music, but I know he's a massive superstar.
Puerto
But that
Rican superstar. He is
yes,
the man out there.
and is well. You will see where it says here by way of TMZ, Bad Bunny targeted with credible death threat during Puerto Rico residency, according to a
Mm,
source.
mm. That's crazy.
Oh, okay. So we have a comment in the chat. He's anti-Trump. Okay. Well.
Oh, we love that for him. Anti-Trump.
Well, yes. Shout out to all the anti-Trump people. That y'all got. We probably should be careful because they labeling us as terrorists now. So,
Mm,
but anyway, well, he's labeling the anti-fascist
mm.
Antifa as terrorists. So I mean,
Oh
I
yeah.
just think when they do that, they just pretty much admitted that they are a fascist government. But hey, who am I? Anyway, Bad Bunny, excuse me, has been targeted by someone who has made a credible death threat, according to a well connected Puerto Rican journalist. The death threat was made online, according to independent journalist and former Telemundo reporter Jay Fonseca. The person who was allegedly making the threats was identified and he was reportedly armed. According to Fonseca, the FBI and other federal officials were present during the residency. It's unclear if authorities were present for the entire run. It's also unclear when the death threats were made. We do not know if the person who made the threat was arrested. Bad Bunny performed 31 shows since mid-July. His Puerto Rican residency wrapped September 20th. Bad Bunny stirred up some controversy after saying he would not perform in the US because of the Trump administration's immigration policy. He feared ICE would target people who went to his concerts. All right, well, shout out to him, but yeah, hey,
Yeah, 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 yeah. He's protecting his people, and I love that for
mhm.
him.
And now they want to kill him for it, child. Like, are you kidding me?
This whole thing with this man as a president, it is exhausting. Okay, it really is. It's exhausting.
Yeah. I certainly am exhausted. So I don't even know if we have any other words to even use. Just exhausting. That's just the perfect way. Like I'm just tired, honey. Like,
Hmm. Every day is some stupidity somewhere. Child. And you know what? I'm gonna just say this. This is one thing that that whole press conference about Tylenol. Boy, if you you motherfuckers stop taking Tylenol because of this dope, y'all, you deserve whatever you get.
hmm and
Cause
hold and put a pin on that Tylenol because we actually got a story about that too. Towards the
I
end of the
will.
show.
Okay. But
Yeah, but they
yeah,
stupid asses.
the same man telling y'all to put bleach in your veins to get rid of COVID. Dog. Child. Go
I would
ahead.
never listen to anything from a man who puts ketchup on a well done steak. Are you kidding me? No. Bye. Goodbye, President Trump. Well, so you remember when Quinn said great gowns, beautiful gowns, honey?
Hmm.
Well, Mariah Carey has had her Aretha Franklin moment, like the Aries queen she is. Let me get this TMZ article for y'all because she was just interviewing with Gayle King.
Who the
So
hell
I
does
have
she
this.
shade? Lord have mercy.
So Gayle King asked Mariah about how it is to co-parent with Nikki. With Nikki, with Nick
Well,
Cannon.
well, I feel like you might. That probably was some truth in that slip.
Listen, and then pretty much you remember when Aretha was like, I'm gonna pass on that one. Mariah kind of said it in her own little way. So y'all see this all hip hop link I just shared says Mariah Carey gracefully sidesteps Nick Cannon co-parenting question. So we're gonna watch the little clip and then I'm gonna read the little section after the clip. So give me 1 second. Let me share my screen. And shout out to those listening from so I see that there's like a little influx of YouTube views. Shout out to y'all on YouTube listening to the show. Now, if you ever want to see anything that I'm talking about in the show, because YouTube only shares the audio. But if y'all ever want to see the visuals, all you got to do is just hop on auntiederik.com. And this is also in the description as well. So, or description of the videos. But anyway, let me go ahead and press play on this.
I'm curious about you and your two children and how you navigate because you're a co-parent with Nick Cannon. How you navigate co-parenting when his life is so public.
Hmm. I kind of feel like it's best if I don't talk about him because he can just be in his own world.
Hmm.
No offense.
You see? And she even added the just
Hmm.
like a real did.
Cause she's a student. She was a student of Riri. Okay.
I love her.
Cause,
Love her, honey.
honey, that's what I said. He out here embarrassing Mariah. She knew she had a goof, but she said that's my goofball. And then he went, "Ugh." And now she like, I ain't got nothing to do with that. That's crazy.
Exactly. And then this article goes on to say this moment came just days after Cannon's recent appearance on the Breakfast Club podcast, where he reflected on how his divorce from Carrie contributed to his decision to have 10 more children with 5 different women. I just didn't do the work, he explained. So then I looked up 12 kids later and I'm like, wow, I could have done things differently. Cannon admitted his choices were driven by emotional fallout from the split. It wasn't like I was acting out. It was more of being careless, being frivolous with my process because I could do it, because I had the money, he said. He also acknowledged he wasn't in the right headspace to make thoughtful decisions at the time. Obviously, life happens as well. So it wasn't like, oh, I'm going to have 12 kids. It was more like, yo, I'm just going to live life and have fun, and whatever happens, happens. I can handle it. Carrie and Cannon were married in 2008 and finalized their divorce in 2016. They share 14-year-old twins, Moroccan and Monroe, famously known as Rock and Row. Her decision to avoid diving into the topic publicly was met with applause online. One user on Twitter wrote, "She's absolutely being 100% respectful here. And knowing what Nick is like now, she did the right thing by not answering the question. Good for her." Another added, "A different level of class because that is still her kid's father." Carrie's poised response stood in contrast to Cannon's recent openness about their past, but she made it clear she wasn't interested in revisiting that chapter on national television. I know that's right, Ming.
Mm-mm. Cause
One thing about an Aries, honey, we ain't gonna tell you nothing we don't want you to know.
look, and you're not gonna continue to further embarrass my children. They got to deal with that too with their raggedy ass daddy. And of course, just like talk about it's what did you say? Because that really irritated him. He said it's not acting out. Yes, it is. It's literally
Mhm.
you're literally the definition of acting out. You are acting out. Take responsibility. Be
Just
accountable. You did it.
just slinging it, honey. Slinging that Libra penis left and right, honey.
And it's not like you didn't know. It's he would make it seem like, oh, I just looked up and I had 12 kids. You did podcasts, you talked about it all the time. You knew what the hell you was doing. I ain't buying none of that bullshit he trying to sell.
Exactly. I told y'all I think he gonna ultimately end up being a cult leader. For real, for real.
Well, that could.
Like all the signs are pointing to it.
Well, and if and if y'all follow his code and you get it, you deserve what you get. Cause you know what? Some things y'all just need to really.
Oh,
That's
he
who
won't
y'all
have a
gonna
hard
follow.
time, and his cult is gonna be filled with a whole bunch of light skinned women, and they all gonna be ready to have a baby with him.
You know what? You're not lying.
I mean, look how easy for him is to get a baby out of a light skin. It's all his baby mamas except for Lanisha
That dark
Cole.
skin one, that threw me off. I said,
Hmm.
oh, he tried something different that time.
He was like, "All right, I got to beat these colorist allegations, so let me just go ahead and do this real quick." Allegedly, allegedly.
And then leave that baby, and then ain't seen that baby since. Shit.
Hmm. So we have a comment. Anyone watching season 2 of Beauty in Black with Mariah's ex-boyfriend? Love that show. We'll try to. I actually have not seen season 2 yet. I've been saying I'm going to watch it ever since it came out, and it's been what, over a week now. I'm gonna get to it eventually because I love the show as well. So well, she said, "Watch party." Well, honey, I'm actually kind of low key glad favorite Taurus is not here because I know he would be so annoyed by this story, honey, because he has expressed his annoyance with this and these two individuals before on the show. But y'all see, I just shared another TMZ link, and you should see where it says Michael Jackson accusers want $4 million over alleged abuse, and I think this is the same abuse that has been like what's the word I'm looking for? Defrauded or proven to be false. That, but anyway,
Debunked, debunked.
debunked. Thank you. So Michael Jackson's sexual assault accusers, Wade Robson and James Safechuck, won a fortune. MJ's estate says they're seeking $400 million in damages over the alleged abuse. In new court documents obtained by TMZ, MJ's estate reveals the eye-popping figure in documents about a dispute with Paris Jackson over payments of their attorney fees. Up until this point, no one knew how much Robson and Safechuck were gunning for, as they continued their lawsuits against Jackson's companies, MJJ Productions and MJJ Ventures. The estate says it's burned in the estate says it's buried in paperwork, currently tied up in at least 5 litigations and arbitrations. As for Paris, she's fighting with the estate's lawyers over mounting fees after they hired multiple law firms to handle various matters, including the legal fight against Safechuck and Robson. The estate says if the lawyers aren't paid, it could be devastating, possibly forcing them to default in Robson and Safechuck's lawsuit. As we've reported, Robson and Safechuck both claimed they were sexually abused by Michael Jackson as children and detailed their allegations in the HBO doc Leaving Neverland. MJ was never convicted of any crime, and his companies continue to deny the allegations. US Weekly broke the story. Child, they won't even let that man rest in peace, honey. They said,
Child,
give me my motherfucking money."
look. Mm, 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 mm,
It's a shame.
mhm, mhm. Well, what else we got going? I
Well,
am no comment there.
okay. What can you say, child? Like, well, speaking of another Michael in court, Mike Tyson and his Trump supporting ass.
Yes.
Exactly, child. But it looks like I'm not gonna say this is a legal win, but he just settled out of court. And remember, we talked about this not too long ago, like sometime after the fight with him and Jake Paul happened. But there was someone who sued him over using his song, walking out to his song. Well, y'all should see where I just shared by way of hot new hip hop. Mike Tyson settles Murdergram copyright infringement lawsuit with producer Ty Fife. Or is it Ty Fifth? We're gonna say Fife for now. Well, Mike Tyson has settled a lawsuit claiming he illegally used the song Murdergram in an Instagram video promoting his November 2024 boxing match against Jake Paul, per a new report from Billboard. The deal, filed in court Monday, September 2nd, will close the case filed last month against the all-time great boxer, uh, the all-time great boxer by Tyrone Fife. Fife, the producer and co-writer of the 1998 track, alleged that Tyson engaged in copyright infringement by using the song in a training video ahead of the Paul fight. Murdergram was first recorded by Jay-Z with DMX and Ja Rule, featured back in 1998. It appeared as part of the soundtrack to the film Streets is Watching. Fife said in his suit that he owns a portion of the copyright. He also has producer and co-writer credits. The terms of the settlement were not disclosed in the latest court filings. However, it's a surprising quick turnaround considering that Fife only filed the suit 6 weeks ago. Also, that's when we talked about it 6 weeks ago, not when the fight. So my mistake. Anyway, Fife sued in August over a 33-second video Tyson posted to Instagram ahead of his fight with Jake Paul. The video allegedly showed Tyson training for the fight and visibly reciting the lyrics. Tyson deleted the post well before Fife's suit was filed. Because of that, it's currently difficult to tell what terms each party agreed to. And it says though TikTok, Instagram, and other similar services allow users to use fully licensed songs for their interviews or their videos, excuse me, those are strictly for personal use. As such, they cannot be used for commercial videos. Commercial content requires a sync license, which is what's needed for television ads. Fife claimed that by using the song in the manner he did, Tyson's use of Murdergram was a commercial one. His suit also cited reports that Tyson made more than $20 million for the fight. Neither plaintiff nor any of his representatives granted defendant Tyson permission to use the song titled Murdergram to promote his boxing match with Jake Paul, the producer wrote in his lawsuit. Fife also argued that he was entitled to both royalties and a cut of Tyson's profits from the fight. With the suit behind him, Tyson can now look to the future. After fighting Jake Paul in 2024, he will be coming out of retirement once more in an exhibition match against Floyd Mayweather in 2026. He used Murdergram as his walkout song during the Paul fight. Unfortunately, that may not happen again for after these latest developments. Um, Floyd Mayweather, I don't um
Honey,
I
all of
I'm
this is
trying to see
foolery.
what amount of money did they offer this man for him to go and possibly get his ear bitten off again. Oh no! I'm sorry, that was Evander Holyfield. My
Also,
bad.
yeah.
My bad. I'm getting
I
my
said
boxes wrong.
again. I was like, wait a minute. But first of all, that. like you said the other day, we are a litigious country. Lord have mercy. Why do
Hmm.
you think that little 30 seconds entitles you to some of his winnings? Like, what the fuck is going on with these people?
Yep.
How, how do, first of all, we don't even, and mind you, I wore the Streets Are Watching soundtrack out in 1998 or 96, wherever it was, 98. I wore that shit out, and I still don't remember his ass. So
Hmm.
you should be happy somebody even playing your raggedy ass music. It's just the audacity of it all really pisses me off.
You said, give me some. You want to use my song? You want to use it on your Instagram and walk out to the bitch? Give me some of that 20 million motherfucker, you Trump supporter. Give it
20.
here.
Well, then you have that part. He is a Trump supporter, so whatever you get is whatever you get. But it's just the principle of the matter. Like, you really think you are owed part of his 20 million for that little bit? I need y'all to get jobs. Please do something.
I know that's right. Well, speaking of somebody who needs a job, DJ Academics. Megan the Stallion is not playing with his ass, honey, and I'm so happy to see it. So I have another hot new hip hop article. Let me get that here. And you all should see where it says Megan the Stallion demands DJ Academics reveals the source of his Tory Lanez DNA leak. So Megan Thee Stallion's legal team is demanding that DJ Academics reveal how he learned about the results of DNA testing on the gun that Tory Lanez allegedly used to shoot Megan during his 2022 trial. Academics posted that the rapper's DNA was not found on the guns at the same time. Milagro Grams uploaded a similar statement. In actuality, the results were inconclusive. Megan's request is related to her defamation lawsuit against Grams. She is not suing DJ Academics. She ain't suing his ass yet, honey,
She
but I'm
should be. She should
she
be. I hope she drag his ass to hell. I can't stand that little motherfucker.
you and me both, girl. And quiet as it's kept, I think it's coming. She's just saying she ain't doing it right now. But because she wanna
Because
get
she got that
Milagros
white
ass
boy in her
first.
sights. Yeah, and she got that white boy. What's his
Hmm.
name? Was it Aiden or whatever his name is? Where she
Hmm.
used the mariachi band to serve him. I hope she get every last one of these motherfuckers, especially DJ Academics. I can't stand him.
You and me both, honey. And it says, at the times of Grams and Academics' post, the DNA results were still under a court-ordered seal. In turn, Megan is accusing someone on Lane's side of leaking the information. Circulating these erroneous posts was not merely premature publication. Both Cooper and Allen disseminated false characterizations of evidence months before the trial even began. Megan's lawyers wrote in a court filing on Tuesday, September 16th, obtained by Billboard. Ms. Pete seeks discovery to prove that Peterson or his surrogates leaked that information and perhaps even suggested the language of the tweets to Cooper and Allen. Further explaining their request for a court order to force academics to reveal his source, Megan's lawyers wrote, identifying this source is essential to proving the coordination between Cooper and Peterson and exposing Cooper's intent for perpetuating false and demeaning claims against Ms. Pete. Megan Thee Stallion originally filed her defamation lawsuit against Milagro Grams in 2024, alleging that she knowingly spread numerous falsehoods about her and Tory Lanez's shooting case. Grams has denied the allegations. When announcing the lawsuit last year, Megan wrote in a statement, "It's time to hold bloggers accountable for years of harassment, cyberbullying, and the publication of misinformation about my personal and professional life. I've endured countless attacks on my character based on false narratives from social media bloggers misrepresenting themselves as journalists. It's unacceptable behavior, and these individuals need to understand there will be repercussions for recklessly posting lies and defamatory falsehoods." Get them, Megan. Get them again, girl.
Look, between her and Cardi getting these, I enjoy get 'em. Megan said, "I'm not no dummy. I'm not stupid. Oh, you think? Oh, I got something for you, all of y'all,
Mhm.
and I love it. Get 'em,
Yeah, they
get
asses
that."
indeed. And I actually
especially
remember
after
them
this.
doing that. I remember like watching it in real time. Like the first thing, because and who was it that said? Was it you that said it?
What?
Um, oh no, I think I was talking to Moderna yesterday, and he was saying like when it comes to black people, honey, we tend to believe something that's if as long as it has big font and it's posted
Oh,
online, then we tend to believe it as true
yeah.
without actually taking the extra step to see if it's true.
I
And that's
mean,
true on our part. I've seen it with my own eyes. Us do that. I don't
but
do
you know
that, but I've
what?
seen it.
It ain't just us. It's the whole of the internet, honestly. And I don't even want to say it's just black folks because the other side do it too. It's just about different things.
Yep. And I remember watching that shit in real time though, because somebody was saying like, "Oh, Megan said that she slept with Tori on the stand," but they posted this before the trial even started. I'm like, how she gonna go on the stand and say something and the
That
trial
ain't even
hasn't
happened.
started? Like,
But people aren't too bright, so
well, they not bright, but they hate Megan so much that they willing to believe nonsense over her truth, which is the part that pisses me off.
Well, that's a common theme in 2025, honey. This is what we living through.
Hmm.
This is a common theme with folks.
And then after seeing her documentary, it's pretty much fuck anybody that supports Tory Lanez because you bitches, y'all are fucking cowards. You're misogynists, like all of the above. Like I just, child. Anyway, speaking of cowards and misogynists who support Tory Lanez, Mario, or should I say Mario, because he pronounces his name Mario with that New
Fuck
Jersey
him
accent.
too.
Fuck
He
him indeed, girl.
really lost me a long time ago, and I really hate that because I really liked him, and he could sing his ass off real life and ate them
Can
little people up
sing.
in the what to call it, but I can't support you.
And that's the thing. He sings down, honey. He is probably like, well, especially around his time when he was out, it was a lot of good singers out there, but he was definitely at the top. And let's keep it real. Mario makes hits that stick like grits. Like any one of his popular songs, they are usually good. They still get a lot of play to this day. But baby, once he wrote that letter in support of Tory Lanez, we was all looking at him like, bitch, huh? Well, and
Yeah, I
Moon,
had clocked him a little bit before that because he's a colorist too.
Very that. And yes, Moon, and I'm glad you said that. You not only you, but a lot of other people have clocked him before that. And they've clocked him so much to the point that he had to address it. So I just shared this link from Vibe, and y'all should see where it says Mario addresses claims of not liking black women. So black women have been underappreciated by many throughout history, despite all they have contributed to the world. Mario recently took to social media to clarify that he is not one of their detractors. I'm so tired of the black women slander in the comments about how I don't like black women and how black women aren't loved, the 39-year-old wrote in his Instagram story. If you're making these comments, I'm convinced you have a problem with black women. The R&B veteran ended the post with a reminder of what black women mean to him and the world at large. Black women are loved and needed, he wrote, accompanied by various emojis. Presumably, these comments began while his girlfriend, Esmeralda Rios, announced her pregnancy. This past August, he shared a video grasping her belly and wrote, "It's a whole universe in there. I can't wait." Also, the Let Me Love You singer recently promoted his new track, Nobody But Us, and featured Harlem model Juliet Suma in the visual. Perhaps this narrative also has to do with his public support of Tory Lanez, who is currently in jail for shooting Megan Thee Stallion. The duo first linked up on The Cry from the Brampton artist's 2009 project Chicks Take Five. In July of
Oh,
2022, right, exactly. In July 2022, they shared Main One, which was later removed from all streaming services. Fans had
mm,
a lot of backlash after learning that Mario wrote a letter of support for Tory during his trial. In April of 2024, Mario spoke about how Lanes would hit the ground running when he got out of jail. You already know how Tory is. He gonna go crazy with the music, he said. Later on, he gave the Say It artist high praise. He's one of the greatest writers of our generation as a fan of urban music. Excuse me, as far as urban music. He's a great storyteller. Great storyteller. Tory is incredible. He's fire.
mm.
And you are
I said
fired from the
all.
black community, bitch.
Yeah, that too. But I said all because you remember we used to have a Brampton friend back in the day from Brampton, Canada.
Child, I didn't until Tory Lanez came out. I never knew that place existed, and
I
then to
know, but
understand
you
that like a lot of people from there usually no shade to your friend, but
no, he was in the spaces until he got ran off.
oh, oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
You remember
yeah.
who I'm talking about?
I do, yeah, I do. Well, shout out to that Brampton King.
Oh shit, that was funny. But no, Mario. Mm-mm. I think he really still has mommy issues, which I understand because it was really traumatic with his mother, and I'm sure those issues are not fully resolved. But
Yeah, they had a really nasty relationship. Didn't he beat on her or something like that?
well, she had drug problems. She had drug issues, so
Oh,
he had a lot of issues. So I'm sure there's a lot of pent up resentment that comes out of like looking at black women. I'm sure because that's what that's the excuse or whatever.
I really wanted him and his wide nostrils to win too, honey. I really did. Especially when he came out to do the when Fox did that live production of Rent and he played the character that Tay Diggs famously played in Rent and he was, so I really wanted
Oh, I
Mario to
didn't know
win.
that. I didn't. I never
Hmm.
saw that. Uh.
And you know who else was in it? Tinashe. She played Mimi.
Oh, poor Tanasha. She also be crying victim all the time. Poor baby. Black women don't like me. Okay, girl, you make a song every other year that's actually good, but okay, girl.
Well, honey, look, I no shade. Listen, I love black people, but if I feel that the people I love aren't like giving me the love back, or if I feel like I'm not getting the love back, I'm gonna go to where I'm celebrated. Not say, well,
Yeah.
unless it's white people. Now, I don't, a bunch of white people liking me, honey, is not a good
It starts to give you an eyebrow like, nah, 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 nah.
thing.
Hold on, hold
Like,
on,
wait
hold
a minute,
on.
let me stop. I think I got too much dip on my chip, honey. Let me stop while I'm ahead.
Look here, all that crying about nobody supporting you, that shit really irks my spirit. And she's one of those people that do it.
Yeah,
Nobody's supporting me.
I wasn't a fan of that black women comment. I'm like, well, have you met all black women? Like, the black women I knew, it was a black woman who put me on to Tinashe. So I'm just like, okay.
Yeah. So for you to get on the internet and cry about nobody supporting your music, girl, and you put out one good song and everybody supported it. Now, bitch, where you at now? Where are
Now
you
hold,
now?
now hold up now. Tinashe has way more than one
Well,
good song.
that recent one, the one that was what from this summer? Was it last summer? Was it this past
I've
summer? Or the
been a
summer
nasty
before?
girl, nasty. I've been a
Yeah, the
nasty girl.
spring or whatever. Yeah, that
Yes,
shit was
honey.
hot. But okay, well, where's the rest?
And what you'll notice is and this has been a conversation for a long time, how a lot of how K-pop is very popular. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of people say that Tinashe is the blueprint. And if you look at Tinashe's videos and just kind of look at the K-pop videos that are popular, you definitely see a lot of similarities between the dance moves, the concepts of the video and stuff, the sound.
Mm. Well, that's a beef with somebody else. That ain't a beef with black women. That ain't our fault. And if you are the blueprint, that is not us, and you not getting your credit. That ain't black women. That ain't even black
Yeah.
people in a whole. So, mm-mm.
Yeah, you're right. I was looking at her a little crazy. I love the girl dearly. I might even be a Tinashe stan, but
You are a little
the
bit. You are.
a little bit. But yeah, that comment I was like, girl, that was not it. Well, speaking of people who like to cry victim, Alyssa Milano. Um, you remember we were actually just talking about her not too long ago. We were talking about Charmed and how Charmed Holly Marie Combs and Brian Krause, who played Piper and Leo on the show, they pretty much
hmm
alluded that Shannon Doherty was fired because of her problems with Alyssa Milano. They didn't
hmm
outright say that, but they gave hints.
Oh, that's always kind of been a little, you know,
a
The
thing.
story,
Hmm.
yeah. Hmm.
Well, Alyssa Milano removes breast implants to free body from sexualized past. And I'm
Girl,
over here
bye.
like, I mean, exactly. Look, I didn't want to say it because it wouldn't sound right coming from me, a man, but I'm glad you said it because I saw this. I said, girl, the person that she used to compare herself. I'm like, really,
Who?
Alyssa?
Who?
Michelle Visage. Because Michelle Visage
Who?
had her. Oh, so
Let
if
me
you
see.
don't know her, trust me, a lot of gays know her. She's I don't want to say RuPaul's sidekick, but she's
Mm,
the white. If you watch RuPaul's Drag Race,
hmm.
you've seen her on the judges
Michelle
panel.
Visage.
Uh
Oh,
huh.
wait there.
When I tell you this, but
Did she?
matter of fact, just a quick story. She actually, when Wendy was first going through her issues, and she
Hmm.
needed she needed people to co-host her show, and she was going to have Leah Remini co-hosting, and I was like, I don't want to watch this.
Yeah.
I don't want to see Leah Remini talking about nothing. I mean, she's a nice person. It seems, but I just really don't want to see her. But what made me watch is because she was going to have Michelle Visage co-hosting with her. I said, "Oh, bitch, I'm there." So sure enough, when they did the first show, she came. Well, Michelle came on. It was like, yes, some people call me a white Wendy Williams. I have my own show. I'm also a Jersey girl, whatever, whatever. And then she said, so if y'all don't know who I am, trust me, gay men know who I am. So sure
Oh.
enough, my mother asked me because she was watching. My mom said, "You know who this woman is?" I said, "Hell yeah, I know Michelle Visage. I love Michelle Visage. Hell yeah, I know her."
What has she done? That's so. What she do?
She's very popular in ballroom. Like she was there, honey. She's been with Rue, like being by RuPaul's side
Hmm.
since the '90s. Like
Oh,
she
okay,
was
okay.
Rue's white girl. Yes, honey. She's that girl. But she
Now
also
she. I'm looking
famously
at a
had.
picture. Uh huh. Go ahead. She
I
famously
was just
what?
gonna say she also famously had her breast implants removed, but she was doing it for health reasons.
Mm. I'm looking at a picture. Now I'm saying she ate in this picture. She ate in this picture where it's like the front is very gray, silvery gray, and it goes into black, and then the rest is black. That shit is eating. Okay.
Okay.
Not gonna lie about that one.
So I'm a Tinashe stan, and I'm also a Michelle Visage stan, honey. I stand that white woman like nobody's business. That is a fierce white lady.
Okay. Well, hey, you like it, I love it, and it seems like she is there. I don't know nothing about her, but
Well, so Alyssa Milano says, "Bye bye, boo job. My sexualized past is over."
Mhm.
So Alyssa Milano ditched the boo job, and it's not just a vibe. She hopped on Instagram to spill the real reason behind it. On Wednesday, the 52-year-old posted a pic from the doctor's office, and tagged her plastic surgeon, Dr. Ted Neven, and saying she's finally freeing the body that was sexualized and abused, the one she thought she needed to be loved, wanted, and successful. Alyssa says she's doing it for her daughter Bella, hoping to free her from the same pressures. Before citing Michelle Visage as inspo for openly sharing her own implant journey. And the whole quote says, "Today, I'm releasing those false narratives, the part of me that were never actually parts of me. I'm letting go of the body that was sexualized, that was abused, that was believed that was necessary for me to be attractive, to be loved, to be successful, to be happy. And in doing so, I am releasing my daughter Bella from ever feeling those same unhealthy demands. Now, I want to be clear that many women will find freedom and beauty in choosing their implants. What is a false narrative for me may be the exact right thing for them. And I'm so happy that we can all find our femininity and peace on our own terms. I'm also tremendously inspired by women like Michelle Visage, who have been open and public about their relationships with their breast implants, making it easier for me and countless others to find our own way. Today, I am loved, I am feminine, I am attractive, and I am successful. None of that is because of my implants. I will still be all of those things when I wake up and they are gone. There's so much there is so much and joy in that knowledge and freedom in letting go what was never for me in the first place. Today, I'm my authentic self. Today, I'm free. And then she ends it with update. I'm cozy in my bed, eating food my mama made me. Thank you for all the kind words. I appreciate the support. Okay, girl.
When I was a kid, I used to love Alyssa Milano. Loved her, watched all the shows, all that.
I did too, because she was that girl.
She has become such a performative ass bitch. It is
Hmm.
ad nauseum. Like, I would love that you want to be an ally, and you should be. But girl, you do so much performing, it is sickening. Go sit your ass
That
down some damn way, girl. We know. Remove your implants. You shouldn't have put them in anyway. Okay, good. All right, bye. Don't nobody care.
honey, you remember when she hijacked the Me Too movement
Oh
and made it
God.
seem like she was one of the main white women who hijacked that movement from Tarana Burke and made it seem like, there was one come with, oh, where, her experiences don't matter. Let's talk about what I had to go through in Hollywood. Like, oh my God,
Yeah.
my breast. Oh, this
Yeah.
lady.
And that was probably the beginning of the end of like, girl, you are a
Mhm.
performative ass bitch. And I hate to say it, but there's white women levels, and she is on a unpopular tier next to Karen's. It's Karen's and then the fake ally feminist ones. And half the time they're just as bad as a Karen. So
Oh, well, we can start calling them Alyssas.
oh,
I think
did we
that'll work
discuss
perfectly.
that? Yeah.
We sure did.
I love it because she is performative and not ugh.
She very much is. And but the thing is, just like you said, you liked her back at her because she was really that girl. And did you know that she actually had a singing career? Like she's really her music was big in I believe Japan.
Now that I didn't know. I didn't know she had a
Hmm.
music career, but I mean, I loved her on the TV show. Like I love that show.
Now
Um,
she definitely was no Whitney Houston or nothing, but
oh
she
no.
had a cute little voice for a little yin around the house.
I mean, of course, a lot of them do. A little something, something. But mm-mm, mm-mm.
And the song was so corny moon. It was like, you lied to me, played me for a fool. Had to learn the hard way that you don't play by the rules. Why do I still remember that? Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cute.
Girl.
Alyssa,
When
Alyssa, Alyssa.
now remember when I said to put a pin in that Tylenol conversation because I had a story about
Oh
that?
yeah, 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 yeah.
So just out of curiosity, did you or anybody else in the room now, did y'all or have y'all ever watched the show Love on the Spectrum on Netflix?
Heard about it, but I never saw it.
Okay, I heard about it too. Same here. I never watched, but there's actually a one of the stars of the show who has Asperger's. He's pretty much saying that that's bullshit and Tylenol is completely safe.
Well, how many years have people been taking Tylenol? Like seriously, like I need people to use their. Mm, 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 mm,
They
mm,
ain't got it
mm.
no more because COVID took it away.
Honey,
Well,
no.
so we have a comment saying somebody watched 15 minutes of it.
Oh,
Okay.
15 minutes and had to go, huh?
Well, in that 15 minutes, you may have seen this guy, James Jones, and he's the one who says, and y'all see where it says here by way of TMZ, Love on the Spectrum star James Jones tells pregnant women Tylenol is safe. So, James B. Jones, known for starring on Netflix's Love on the Spectrum, has reacted to President Trump and Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s announcing Tylenol use during pregnancy has possible links to autism. The reality star, a person with Asperger's syndrome, which is on the autism spectrum, pushed back at the administration's comments in an Instagram video shared Tuesday, imploring those concerned about taking Tylenol and other forms of acetaminophen. And please forgive him if
Anti-acetaminophen. Anti-acetaminophen.
what Moon said. And he said that he told them to not worry while taking them while pregnant. James declared, as someone with autism whose mother was cautious about her health while pregnant with both him and his brother, he is nearly positive such medication has no influence on creating autism and developing fetuses. In fact, he says medications such as Tylenol are quite safe because otherwise they would not be on the market. Addressing the observed rise in autism diagnosis, James says doctors have simply become more adept at understanding the characteristics of autism, and that knowledge
Mm-hmm.
has led to more successful diagnosis.
Mm-hmm.
He shares quite a passionate response with his followers, and it's all in the clip that they have here. Danny Bowman, who also appeared on Love on the Spectrum, addressed Trump's and RFK's announcement as well, notably disputing their belief that Lecorvin,
Mm-hmm.
Lecovarin
Okay,
can
that
treat
sounds about
symptoms
right.
of autism. Okay. She also dismissed concerns about Tylenol, emphasizing people need evidence based guidance and not fear, adding associations are not proof, families deserve fact. The reality star's responses come after Dr. Oz, Trump's administrator for the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, walked back the president's hardline advice to avoid Tylenol while pregnant or give it to infants. Oz told us it can actually be quite useful in some cases, but noted it's not necessary for low grade fevers or minor aches. And then he says he also explains why Trump and his cabinet decided to warn pregnant women about the possible dangers of Tylenol in the first place because they
What the
stupid.
fuck? What the fuck? We have already been through, there's been multiple cases, and these fucking idiots who don't know. Well, in my opinion, bitch, don't I care about your opinion? You don't know anything. Like, I'm so sick of this shit with him. Like, and if you believe Trump, who has no medical degree, period, barely got a about degree, then you are an idiot too, and you deserve whatever you get, because absolutely that is the only thing that is safe for women to take when they're pregnant and have pains. What are you gonna give your, like, what? Are y'all fucking okay? No, y'all not, because we got Trump as president. And I'm pretty sure Robert Kennedy Sr. is rolling over in his grave that he has a fucking idiot ass child out here in the world, muddying up his name like the way he is. Oh, fucking idiot. He's a fucking heroin addict. Are y'all, give me a fucking break? I'm so damn angry with these people.
A heroin addict who also, when he talks, it always sounds like he's about to cry. Like, oh my god. Like, why he
Yeah,
sound like
whatever.
that?
Because he got a little, it's a family something. It's a medical condition. His sister got it too.
Oh, she sound like that too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, I
Mm-hmm.
know a phone conversation with them is insufferable, honey. Oh my god.
And how I know this is because she came on the shows, saying, do not vote for my brother, like he is a problem, don't do it. And now if your own family come out and say, don't listen to him, y'all, and y'all don't like, be fucking for real.
Hmm.
His own family said, don't listen.
His own family. And we have some comments. It says this will be a topic for Sunday's Beyond Doctors and Friend podcast. Ow! So oh, and if you can put in the chat what time that podcast will start. So y'all, if, those who are listening, the Beyond Doctors and Friend podcast will be on Chatmosa. So access chatmosa.com to see this podcast on Sunday. I want to say, if I remember correctly, it's 12 o'clock, but correct that for me. So 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, maybe 11, or maybe no, 11 a.m. depending on what time we wake up. See, that's the thing about having a podcast on Chat Most, baby. You can do that thing whenever you want to. So, and shout out to the Beyond Doctors and Friend podcast. I actually think that is I love stuff like that where because I'm really big on listening to the experts. So you have experts and they're talking about things that need to be heard. Okay, so it says 11 a.m. Uh, Pacific time and then 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Beyond Doctors and Friend podcast.
And yes, y'all need to be listening to medical experts who went to college, received a degree in that particular field. Not somebody that just says my opinion,
Hmm. Board certified physicians, honey, like we have in the chat.
that believe in science.
And just really quickly, like, and this is why I'm like a really, I knew when I saw that, like that resurgence of flat earthers, like making their whole argument about the earth being flat, I already knew shit like this was going to happen. Because if you're able to first of all, if you're able to try to argue disproven science, like literally, like this has been disproven several times over before. Now you're trying to bring it back into the, I'm just like, okay, what are you doing? You're setting us
You know what I
back.
want?
You're just
Mm-hmm.
causing like and this and stuff like this. Like you said, Moon. People have there has is so much proof that Tylenol is safe for pregnant women to use, and you still coming out with disproof, trying to argue against like I hate that. I
And
hate
he
it, and I hate we
literally made
allowed it.
his money off of trying to do that. Those Samoan people that he went out there into their country, he killed babies. They stopped getting the shots, the vaccines, and so many of their children died when he went out there, and they listened to him. It's sad, and there's going to be a lot more, just like it was in Texas. Then people getting the measles. Like, are y'all? It just makes me so angry. It really does because, and if you're a flat earther, then go walk to the edge of the earth. Go now.
Okay, do us a favor, and if you see something like something that look like water, just jump. Do us
Okay,
all a
the
favor,
fucking
honey.
the earth is flat. Be fucking
So
for
we
real.
I'm trying to see. So she says, post what Tylenol said or replying to this. I'm trying to actually find that. I didn't even know they responded.
Oh
Um,
yeah, I hope they sue their ass. To be
oh,
honest,
here's something from the New York Times. Let me share this here.
they've sued several different times over the years for people doing that. To be honest,
Mm. Oh well, it's not. It doesn't look like it has a preview, but I did share the link, and let me see what. Oh, not didn't want me to. Let me delete this link. I'm not just subscribing to their asses. By New York Times, we're gonna look for this
ooh,
somewhere else.
oh yeah, New York Times. You can't. They ain't free no.
Buckles. Oh, thank you. Oh, oh, I did not know. Oh, that's what they said. Well, thank you, Queen of Happiness. And the Tylenol, their response was, "Nice try. Release the Epstein files." So she said it's probably a joke. I hope it's not, honey. That would be, oh, honey.
That was a good one. I hope they did. I hope they said. I hope. Because really, release the Epstein files. Stop playing.
Baby, honey, because I feel like if they did say this for real, honey, Trump's ass with his narcissist ass be like, you know what? Tylenol is banned in America. If you got any Tylenol in your house, then your ass will be arrested. I better see only Bear aspirin in your house, or maybe you can use the Walmart brand that's like a Tylenol that can be compared to a Tylenol, like you can use Equate. But if I see a bottle of Tylenol in your house, bitch, you're going to jail or you're getting deported.
Come come in my house. Come to my house and find out. Come, come.
Well, so now this next story, so I got two more stories left. This next one is actually kind of interesting. So Luigi Maggione, and remember, y'all, I've already said that I don't think he was the real shooter of that United Healthcare CEO.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But so now he's saying that by Trump talking about him is giving him is pretty much tampering with his trial.
Yeah.
And he's right. So I just shared this link from TMZ, and y'all see where it says Luigi Maggione says Trump is trampling his right to fair trial. So Luigi Maggione says President Trump is violating his right to a fair trial by continually trashing him in public comments, especially in the wake of the Charlie Kirk assassination. And he wants prosecutors in the case to be ordered to tell him to cut it out. In new legal docs obtained by TMZ, Luigi's legal team says comments made by Trump and several prominent members of his administration are prejudicing Luigi by basically linking him to unrelated violent events and left wing extremist groups, despite there being no connection or affiliation. That sounds familiar. Black people, do that sound familiar? Anyway, Luigi's camp says the recent murder of Charlie Kirk's murder, I'm sorry, the recent murder of Charlie Kirk has only increased this prejudicial rhetoric. In the docs, Luigi's lawyers cite comments Trump made September 18th on Fox News when POTUS said he shot someone in the back as clear as you're looking at me. He shot him right in the middle of the back, instantly dead. This is a sickness. This really has to be studied and investigated. Luigi says a social media account affiliated with the White House blasted the clip out to millions of followers. And Chad Gilmartin, the deputy director of the Department of Justice Office and Public Affairs, reposted the video and said Trump is absolutely right. Lawyers for Luigi also cite comments from White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt on September 22nd when she referred to Luigi as a left wing assassin who shot United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson right in the back in New York City. White House Deputy Chief of Staff Stephen Miller is also mentioned in the letter. Luigi's lawyers complain about comments he made in the September 23rd interview with Fox News. They say Miller referred to Luigi when he said, of course, the healthcare CEO was brutally gunned down by another self described so called anti fascist that was then celebrated by other self described anti fascists. So, of course, really communist revolutionaries. Luigi's camp rips Trump, Leavitt, Gilmartin, and Miller, writing the attempts to connect Mr. Maggione with these incidents and paint him as a left wing violent extremist are false, prejudicial, and part of a greater political narrative that has made, excuse me, part of a greater political narrative that has no place in any criminal case, especially one where the death penalty is at stake. Luigi is federally charged with the murder through the use of a firearm, and prosecutors have indicated that their intent to seek the death penalty. He is also facing state charges and has pled not guilty to all the charges against him. Right, because he didn't do it. I mean,
Let me tell you, if he gets convicted, he has a solid case for um getting a retrial or something like that. Whatever they do for like the prejudice, I forget what it's called. I'm not a lawyer, but you've heard of it where what he said in the beginning, like making his prejudice. I can't even say it, but anyways,
you see, that
his
word was beating
case.
my ass too, girl.
I'm trying to get to that word. It's on the other side of prejudice, but I can't get to it. But yeah, so he'll have a right to appeal it, and he might win because they can't stop talking.
hmm My thing is though, like, why do they really think the American public is well? And most of us are because most of us can't even read past the sixth grade level. But like when the shooting happened, right, and then they released like a still image of the person who did it, and the only thing you can see is was his eyes, or in the top of his like up near his eyebrows because he had on a hoodie and I think a mask or something like that. Look at Luigi's eyebrows. Those
Them thick
eyebrows
ass
are
eyebrows.
thick and full of life, honey. He has almost, I mean, he is like two strands of hair away from a unibrow. That person who they showed us the still of, that person had no eyebrows like that. I mean, one plus one is two people. And
Yeah.
you could maybe people can argue, oh well, maybe they just grew back. They don't grow that fast, and not to that thick and beautiful and full of. These are the eyebrows that motherfuckers be paying for, honey. Do you hear me?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, I just hope they don't. This is. I think this is an innocent man who they done wrapped up. This is somebody who didn't like somebody. Maybe they didn't like it that he posted online. Maybe they felt that he was a real revolutionary that they want to silence him. But what I do know, he is not the one that killed that CEO. And then the real killer out there just it's probably sitting back eating a slice of pizza, honey. Like, damn.
Right. Right. Probably. I mean, I feel like we've been seeing a lot of fake stuff. And and I'm really not into conspiracy theories, not like that, but there is a lot of stuff that has been going on with these shootings that are not kosher. And
At
they keep
all.
wanting to blame, left people all the time, but we know the main shooters are right wing, fanatic Republican, conservative, who have the
Exactly.
most guns,
Mm-hmm.
and their children who shoot up schools.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And, and we have a question. Do we know about that kid who shot Trump on his ear? I think he was killed, wasn't he? Didn't
yep,
he?
he was killed.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just I just put in the thing. We saw that background video on the other angle. That was such
Mm-hmm.
a staged where that blood was supposed to be coming from his ear. No, no, no. Ain't no high powered rifle not gonna leave a for real mark. I just you cannot tell me. And it ain't even like he got ears that stick out from his head like that. So I'm
Exactly.
sorry. If a bullet grazed his head that damn close, hmm, I don't know.
Child. I done seen Tubi movies that were more convincing. Girl, please get out of me. Y'all, they will never be able to convince me that was a real shooting.
I'm telling you, I'm sorry. And I don't believe somebody got hit behind him because no one reacted in a manner that somebody got shot right by them. There was nowhere like, oh, mass hysteria, like we have evidence, video evidence they did when Charlie Kirk got shot. There was
Hmm.
none of that. Everybody was looking around like, what happened? What happened? There's no
Like
video anywhere of anybody like in the stands going, oh my God. Nothing.
all them white people were just standing there like, do 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 do. We can do whatever we want.
Exactly.
And I hope you know that's never gonna get old, right?
I know. I would never live that down. Ever. That's all right.
Well, y'all, our last story. So it's not exactly about a celebrity, but I'm sure she's going to be a local celebrity after this. And girl, first of all, her first name is Ocean.
Yeah.
But when I tell you Ocean is a nasty B word, honey, and I mean
Ooh.
a nasty predatory B word.
Ooh. Mm.
So I just shared this link from All Hip Hop, and y'all should see where it says New York City teacher's aide fired for freak offs with student during lunch.
I'm sorry. What?
Uh-huh. You heard her. That girl during lunch, she was over there getting it on with another student with her
Ah,
nasty ass.
oh my God. Oh my God. Mm-mm-mm.
So Ocean Valentine, that's the young lady's name. Ocean Valentine was working at an urban assembly early college high school of emergency medicine when she kicked off a totally inappropriate fling with a teenage student back in May of 2022. She was 22 and he was 27, and they weren't exactly hiding what they were up to. According to an official report, it all started when Valentine told the student she was active on Instagram. He hit her up, they swapped numbers, and things escalated fast. The student told investigators that they had sex at his parents' crib during lunch breaks while school was still going on.
Wait, how old was he? Because I
So
heard
he was
22 and 27.
she was 22 and he was 17. I'm sorry if I said
Oh,
27, I'm
17.
sorry.
Yeah, you said. I was like, well, that was legal. I mean, she did use her powers, but he was legal. Okay, he was 17. There we go.
My bad. So
Mhm.
yep, she was 22 and he was 17, not 27. My mistake
Okay.
to the listeners. Well, they said it wasn't just a one-time thing either. It happened at least 3 times during school hours.
Mm,
There was another hookup at Sharks Pool Club for his 18th birthday. The whole
mm.
thing blew up when a female classmate saw some wild texts and a hotel receipt on the guy's phone. A school staffer overheard her talking about staff members having sex with students and flagged it. Valentine was yanked from the school, suspended without pay, and eventually fired. Y'all get this. They don't pay teacher. I don't see how they if y'all and I heard they were having a shortage of teacher aides too. Y'all ain't gonna never get them because listen to how much they get paid. Her salary was supposed to be $415 in the year of 2023, but she only pocketed $15,250 before getting the boot. Between 2018 and 2024, over 100 school employees in New York City have been accused of hooking up with students, per reports. Meanwhile, the same school is now digging into another case involving a male staffer who allegedly had sexual contact with a female student and jacked $5,000 from her.
Wow. And he
Girl,
was a thief.
a-
Jesus.
and a thief, honey. Child, just nasty. Nasty.
Yeah. That's I mean, predators they go to religion, schools, and they're predators, and they and we just poor babies are just getting violated all the time, and it's just as bad with women. It's just men get a brunt of that because they a lot of men are weakest links. But I
Hmm.
digress. But these heifers ain't no better. There's predatory women out here.
Oh, lots of them, honey. And the thing is,
And
when they said it wasn't an open secret, and I believe it because that there was actually an incident in my high school with two women teachers that they were openly known for sleeping with male students, but
oh,
I remember at the time nobody really batted an eye. Them ladies certainly were not fired. I think they were still working there even after I had graduated.
oh,
So
that's nasty.
yeah,
Mm-mm.
and most of the time, who they were sleeping with were like members of the football or the basketball team.
Of course they were making them have sex with them so that they could get good grades so they could still play.
Mhm.
Nasty work. And look, I had some in my school, but it was with a male basketball coach with the female basketball team.
Mm.
These predators be in with your children. They be in the mix with y'all children, and we don't know until it's too
I
late.
I hate that shit. I hate that. And this is somebody from me. Y'all know it's no secret that I am like I love older men, and like I even remember being a teenager trying to pursue older men, and these older men just kind of turned me down. Like, nah, you too young.
Thank
And I
God.
actually
Yeah.
appreciate them for doing that because what the fuck is you niggas doing? Like, oh my god, y'all are predators. These are children.
Mm-mm-mm.
Oh my god,
Nasty work. Nasty work.
I'm sick of it. Out of curiosity, have y'all ever watched that show, A Teacher on FX? It had Kate Mara
No.
in it.
Uh-uh.
That was actually a good ass show. Now, you know it had to be good if it's starring white people, and I'm telling you about it because you know I don't do too many, but but do too many shows like.
True.
But well, one I do love me some Kate Mara. I loved her like it was really House of Cards that made me fall in love with her. But
Hmm.
she was the teacher in that, and she had an sexual relationship with a student.
Mm.
What I love that that show did, it showed the aftermath, like how that affected that student going into college and then going into his adult life and stuff like that. And
Hmm.
then it even showed the teacher, played by Kate Mara, that she still wasn't even getting it. Like she was a whole predator, but she positioned it as like, oh well, maybe you shouldn't have seduced me or something like that. Like
Ugh.
it was a whole, but how she got caught, her stupid ass. I remember this episode like it was yesterday. Her stupid ass was sitting there having a nights out with a fellow teacher, one of her colleagues, and they had some drinks in their system. She
And she
started
got the
playing
run of
like
her mouth.
she was running her mouth. She's like, "Yeah, I got me and that we got a little thing." And then the teacher, her, and she whatever little drunk stupid she was in, that flashed immediately. She was like, "I'm sorry, what? You did what?"
Sobered her ass right on up. I'm
Baby,
sorry.
she immediately went to administrators like, y'all need to look into that. And
Okay.
that's how I got found out because she told her friend. Had she not said
And
anything to the friend, that probably would have still kept going on.
yeah, I mean, somebody got to tell because whew, God, let me
But yeah,
tell you, somebody mess on my. I'm going up to the school before I even. I'm whooping her ass. I am in front of every student. I'm wearing that bitch out. We both going to jail that day. We both are going.
Oh, you're not going to jail because you're gonna need an alibi. Oh, Moon didn't do that. She was here with me the whole time. I don't know what y'all. She got a twin somewhere, honey, because that was not my girl.
When I tell you, I wouldn't get to the no police. I need to put my hands on her. I will. My life wouldn't even be satisfied if I didn't get to put hands on her,
Yeah, I'm
mess
with
or
you.
him or whoever about mine. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I need to physically let you know that you fucked up.
Yeah,
Hmm.
keep y'all private parts away from these damn kids. Y'all are just
That's
fucking nasty.
disgusting, just disgusting. And there's so many. There's so many out there.
Hmm.
You get rid of one, and another one pops. It's like whack a mole. And they had a show, and I forget what station that was on, but one of my crime shows, and they targeted pedophiles. And it's this woman, and I think she was in Oklahoma. Um, but she has basically like a whole operation of bringing down um sexual predators and
Shout out
pedophiles.
to her.
Yeah, I don't know if she still does. I hope she does. And maybe they're just not doing the show anymore because it probably brought too much attention to her, you know. So it might have messed up the numbers. But yeah. Oh, yeah, they were setting them up, getting them, and then it would be a bust. It was a good show, though. Get
I
their ass
love
off,
I love stuff. I
off
wish
the
I would have
air.
seen that, honey. Because it sounds like it was like another version of To Catch a Predator.
It might, you know what? I don't remember what the name. I can't think of the name, but let me pull up To Catch a Predator and see we were supposed to be so you could watch Beyond the Gates.
Oh, child, please. I'll be watching the repeat. As long as I catch the second half, we good. But no, yeah, it's uh, when
Uh,
it comes to like child safety, that is a really big, just like you said, because there are too many predators out here compromising the safety of these children, and I feel like it's getting overlooked too much. I don't like it.
oh, To Catch a Predator when they used to bust them. Yes, it was something similar like that. Oh, yes, I remember that. And they stopped because that man killed himself. Well, you shouldn't have been a predator.
You shouldn't have been a predator. Shit. I feel like a
Um,
problem took care of itself.
uh, well, well, it did. And yeah, it was similar. Yes, it kind of was similar. But they had like a house where um, they had women who looked really young, and they would be
Hmm.
online, and they would, oh yeah, they had a whole little system, and then they would do the meetup, and that's when they would take them down. Oh man, it was good. I was like, yes, take their asses down.
I love it. To Catch a Predator has been on TV for a long time, and whatever that show, I'm gonna look that show up because I'm sure it's probably able to stream somewhere.
Yeah,
But
it was. I can't remember which station that was.
and I hear that I need to look more into this, but I understand that Chris Hansen is not going to be To Catch a Predator, but it's going to be something like it that's upcoming. So
Mm.
whatever that is, I'm looking forward to it, honey. Shout out to Chris Hansen. He come out there. All you see them men thinking they gonna get their dick sucked by a child, honey. He come out a tall ass white man with a suit. Hey, why are you here?
Boy. That was some good stuff, boy. The early 2000s.
Hmm.
I'm trying to look for the name. If I find it, I will put it in our chat because I can't remember her name.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, because I'm sure it had quiet as it's kept. It's probably streaming on Tubi, whatever it is, because Tubi has just about every damn thing.
Yeah, yeah. I have to put in the right combination of what.
Well, y'all, that was all the tea that I had for us today. So before we head out and before I go and watch those stories, did any of you have any tea that you want to share or any tea that I might have missed?
I do not.
Oh, we got some tea in the chat. Keanu Reeves finally got me. Who locked Keanu Reeves down?
Oh, his older lady. He like older women. He
Oh,
got married.
oh, oh, good for him. Oh, yes, I forgot about that old lady. Good for him. Keanu, I get it, boo. I like him older too. So
He
my
like him
husband
on some
probably
older women.
We have a comment saying, "Stop saying old lady." He's old too.
He is
Look,
old, but he like I'm older than him.
look, two old bitches telling each other exactly. Let me stop.
I'm old. Yeah, I am old. Yeah. Okay.
Me too, honey. Look, we getting there.
Hmm.
Look. I'm one of the aunties now, and I'm totally okay with that.
Same. And definitely, she was. I think she is definitely above. I don't think it's too much above him, but you know, you know how to go for white women. They definitely
And
look
I
a
have to
lot
say,
older.
this is how you know Keanu Reeves is a good person because anybody with his mediocre acting skills and people still love to see him in movies, even including me, because he is a. When I say that man can't act his way out of a paper
But
bag,
I love
honey,
him all
but
the
I
way
love
since
him.
back to what was their that show in the late 80s. What was that movie he did? What, not
The late,
no, Wayne's World. It keeps popping in my head, but not that one. Him and the blonde hair guy.
um, shit, what was the name of that movie? Bill and Ted.
Bill
In the
and
chat.
Ted. Yes, I remember going with my friend the sleepover, and we got they took us to go see that movie in the movie. Yeah, I always love Keanu. Yes, because he's a nice guy. Period.
Mm-hmm. And it says he really is, and we have a comment. The amount of give back he's given to this society, in this society, silently. Oh, so he's a silent philanthropist. I know that's right.
Hmm.
Um, my favorite Keanu Reeves is The Lake House. I think my favorite movie, if I had to
Yeah.
choose one, it's probably going to be The Devil's Advocate.
Oh, that pissed me off. Okay. So I did Speed was really good to me. I think he really did a good job with what you call it.
Sandra
That's probably
Bullock.
when his yeah, Sandra. I think that was his peak acting, but I do like the Lake House because I am a I love me a love story.
Don't know how I've
So
seen nothing about no damn straight people. Let me stop. He lost his daughter, his girlfriend, and because he cared for his sister fighting cancer, he gave so much back to cancer research. Oh
hmm.
wow! See, I
Oh
didn't know
yeah,
that about Keanu.
yeah, he did have a lot of tragedy in his life. That is true.
Well, shout out to Keanu Reeves, Slayanu. I know that's right. You better work Slayanu.
You remember when they memed him? What movie was that off of? And his hair was blowing in the wind because he couldn't even make fun of himself. It was so funny. What
Hmm.
was that off of? You remember what movie that was?
I don't, but I know what you're talking about though.
That meme lived. It was doing this thing for a while.
Well, congrats to the new couple.
Oh,
Well, thank you for that piece of tea. Happy. Did anybody else have any tea that I might have
I
missed?
ain't got it.
Well, y'all, thank you for taking time out of your busy day to come and sip tea with me. It is always a pleasure. We will be back tomorrow at 12:30 Eastern Standard Time if you can make the live show. Until then, I hope you all have a fabulous rest of your day.
Whoop whoop. See you tomorrow. Bye,
See you,
guys.
see you tomorrow.